Hey book lover, how are you? Today we have a very special guest. Her name is Sri Rajeshwari Devi and her readers know her by the pen name Sri. Only you and I know her full name. So this is one of the perks you enjoy when you listen to my podcast. So I hope you are following me on my socials where you get updates about my podcast, blog, and books that I am reading. Anyways, Sri is a counseling psychologist, life skills coach, certified career counselor, certified graphoanalytical therapist, NLP practitioner, and marriage counselor. She is the best selling author of the non fiction book Leverage Your Failure, Learn, Grow, and Succeed. I know this introduction is not enough to understand a person. So let's not waste each other's time and start the conversation. Hi Sri, welcome to the podcast. How are you? You are the first Indian author who came here to share thoughts and experiences. So I'm very excited for this podcast.
Hi, thank you for inviting to your platform. I'm really honored. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, I hope. So, apart from reading and writing, you are a mental health professional, life skill coach, and graphoanalytical therapist. You also help the people to improve their communication skill, coping skill, and strengthen their self esteem. So, how do you manage everything?
Some people will not be ready to vent out their feelings, and some children will not be able to express their feelings due to some reasons. At that time, as an integrative counselor, I use art analysis, handwriting analysis, etc., so that I can find out the problem. Then I use psychotherapy, CBT, NLP, graphotherapy to help them to cope with the problem and also help them to set their goals. I thought that counseling alone will not help children. Then I became life skill coach so that I can train them to improve their communication skill, coping skill, self esteem, etc. I will do counseling on appointment basis, and usually I will do life skill coaching when children will have holidays. Like this, I am trying to manage everything.
You have been working with cancer patients by giving emotional support to them and their relatives. So, my grandmother and grandfather both died of cancer. So, I can understand the intensity of the situation. How do you deal with that, and what are the primary points you focus during the consultation period?
I am sorry to know about your grandparents' death. Yes, it will be sometimes overwhelming. We are trained to listen to the patient and respond to the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual problem they may face. 45% to 60% of patients are found to have severe psychological distress after a cancer diagnosis. It can transform into anxiety or even depression, which may affect the treatment results. That's why psycho-oncology is needed. We try to help them to cope with the cancer diagnosis, pain and fatigue, manage anxiety and depression, and also deal with emotional concern about self-image, body image, intimacy, etc.
What are the major challenges you face while dealing with the mental health problems of a random person?
Major challenges we face or being judgmental, which is a major challenge. Though we are counseling, we have our own belief system, ideas about parenting, cultural norms, etc. But we have to assess people's circumstances on their own terms. We respect our clients' points of view, cultural norms, religious belief, etc. Balancing professional and personal life is another challenge. Setting relationship limits is another one. Relating um, therapeutically to children, that's also one of the biggest problem. To deal with the fears, hopes, and expectations of the parents, that is another one. And we have to face the language and cultural barriers also. Apart from all these things, we will be facing the addiction, anxiety, depression, grief, trauma, abuse, like that. There are so many things, but these are all the major challenges we face as a counselor.
How can a person develop his or her communication skills? I'm asking this for myself. So, I'm very bad at public speaking, or you can say one to one conversation. I feel sometimes I may sound fake while having a conversation because maybe I pretend to be someone else which is not me. I am trying to say that I can't expose my personality through a conversation. What will be your suggestion to me?
Basic thing for good communication skill is one should listen well. One should focus on body language, verbal communication, and also non-verbal communication. One has to try to send a clear message. After talking, one can ask for feedback from friends. To develop communication skill, there are 7 C's. The 7 C's are clear, concise, complete, correct, considerate, courteous, and concrete. Golden rule for communication is we should communicate with others the way we want to be communicated with. According to a research, a person's attitude is conveyed vocally through tone and inflection. My suggestion for you is try to match your tone with whatever message you are trying to convey. Practice public speaking. Practice makes man perfect. Speak with confidence.
What is the best thing about being a multitasker like you, and what is the most challenging?
Multitaskers knows what tasks they need to complete and when to complete them. They know how to keep the workspace tidy and organized so they can always find the paperwork, notes, and other documents which they need. They'll be knowing how to manage a day, week, and month to keep on track with their tasks. Only secret to successful multitasking is prioritization. Multitasking results to higher productivity if the tasks to be done are organized and carried out correctly. Sometimes multitasking will be risky on health. It may lead to stress and anxiety and relationship issues. Everything should be in a limit. Anything which is excess is not good. So one should keep me time, which is very important in life.
How do you manage yourself to focus on things despite exploring multiple
To
dimensions?
focus on things despite exploring multiple dimensions, we should maintain our health and well being. Wellness encompasses and mutually interdependent on several dimensions such as physical, intellectual, social, spiritual, occasional, financial, and environmental. In order to ensure high quality patient and client service, we have an ethical obligation to attend to our own health and well being. Attention must be given to all these 8 dimensions. Good habits uh, like listening music, gardening, traveling, yoga, etc. are key to wellness.
How did the idea of writing came to you? Did you feel any kind of void which inspired you to write?
Since childhood, I have passion of writing. In our school, they used to conduct so many essay competitions. I used to compete in those competitions. I used to write in school and college magazines also. I can express my views, ideas, and feelings through writing more than talking.
Tell me about your best selling non-fiction book, Leverage Your Failure, Learn, Grow, and Succeed.
Nowadays, everyone, including children, have to face competitions in each and every field. Most of them are scared about the failure, which hinders their learning and growth. They will be unable to succeed in life. Success is not about earning money, a good status only. Success in life is living physically, mentally, financially, socially, spiritually, and emotionally well. I thought that only counseling or life skill coaching is not enough to help people. I thought that by writing a book, I can reach so many people and help them to lead their life successfully. So I wrote a book named Leverage Your Failure, Learn, Grow, and Succeed. Through small stories and incidences, I have tried to explain in each chapters how to come out of fear of failure. It may be failure in career or failure in studies or failure in relationships, etc.
Your latest release is a children's book. How did you switch your mind from non-fiction to this genre? This is not an easy thing to do, I think, because one needs to think like children while writing for children. So, while dealing with so much serious or sensitive topics, how did you manage to write this book?
Yes, what you say is true. It is difficult to think like children while writing for children, but at the same time, it is not impossible. I will tell you why I switched my mind from non fiction to this genre. When my grandchildren, who are 5 to 9 years old, came to know that I have written a book, they asked me to write book for them also. I too wanted to help children in different ways. I am young at heart. I accepted immediately and started writing children's book. By God's grace, I was able to Go to the level of children and think like them.
Tell us more about the book Nimmy and Sandy's Cousins Day. So, how long did it take to write this book?
There are so many children who are visual learners. This picture book will help them. Most of the children like ocean animals. Octopus is one of them. I am fascinated by the octopi since my childhood. They are entirely different from other sea animals. After COVID, some of the children are lacking social skills. They are afraid of mingling with other people apart from their own family members. That's why I chose the theme Cousins Day. Through a story, I have tried to explain 10 different species of octopus. I think this book will help to develop social skills, vocabulary, and general knowledge about octopi. It took 3 months for me to write the book and edit it.
What is your favorite time to write?
My favorite time to write is 9 p.m. to 12 p.m.
What is the name of the book you are currently reading?
The name of the book which I am reading now is The World of the Autistic Child, written by Brianna Seigel.
What are you currently working on, or what are your upcoming projects?
I am currently working on writing a book on life skill for age group 7 to 12 years. My upcoming project is to write a book with chapters for age group 10 to 14.
Any contemporary authors you follow?
I don't like to follow anyone, but I am inspired by Robin Sharma. I like his way of writing.
Now I'm going to ask you three questions which are popular among the readers of KMG Reads. These three questions are like rituals. I have to ask these three questions to all the guests of my podcast. Nikita Gill, a famous poet on social media, once said in an interview, 8 billion people are living their lives in 8 billion ways. So, what is your way of living life?
My way of life is being physically active, getting enough sleep, eating healthy food, do some simple exercise, a few minutes of meditation, forgiving, playing sitar, listening good music, being with nature and family, traveling, helping others who are in need, and also being spiritual. See, all of us have come on this earth with a purpose. Though life is an adventurous journey, it's an opportunity for us to look for new directions to grow on. However, in this journey, we must learn to savor, cherish, and treasure. Vedas emphasize good living connected with the world outside as well as with our own consciousness. According to the Vedas, the purpose of life is fourfold: to achieve dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. I follow this. Ultimate goal of life is to unite with the cosmic soul, moksha. The word yoga also means union of the individual soul with the Almighty or cosmic soul. I would like to say, quote of Rumi: be a lamp or a lifeboat or a ladder, help someone's soul heal, walk out of your house like a shepherd. For me, the way of living life is to make use of the human life and work towards moksha. In Bhagavad Gita, they are told, Karmanyevadikaraste mafaleshu kadachina. That means we should not work expecting the fruits out of it. There is another quote of Rumi which I like. If the light is in your heart, you will find your way home.
Tell us a secret of your life that you have not shared with anybody.
The secret is I am 60% introvert. I enjoy writing as it is helpful for me to share my thoughts.
There are so many readers of my blog who want to become full time writers. So, what will be your message to them?
Message for writers. Start writing whenever you feel like writing and when idea comes in the mind about any subject. Don't procrastinate. Keep in mind what the readers want from you. And most important thing is take criticism as a benefit of getting feedback. It will help you to grow.
Thank you for giving us your valuable time, Sri. Your presence graced my blog. The readers and listeners of KMG Reads will learn many things from you. I hope you will come again to have a chat with us.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts. Definitely, I will come again to have a chat. Thank you.
I really enjoyed the conversation with Sri. I hope you also liked listening to it. Today I traveled more than 300 kilometers and without taking rest I am recording this podcast. I am pretty sure that you will notice a tired voice. The podcast was recorded in daytime so there are some noises. But I know you will ignore all these things and grab all the good vibes. Sri's social media links are given in the description box. I have also given the links of the books written by Sri. You can go and check her works there. I'm coming very soon with an another creators conversations. Till then, keep reading, keep smiling.